Well, hello, my valued listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Living in Your Power. I'm your host, Dr. Marlene Greenleaf, and if no one has reminded you today, you are doing better than you think, and your strength hasn't left you. It's just waiting for permission to show up differently. This is episode 4 of our Clarity Over Chaos series, and today I want to challenge the belief that being strong means staying the same. So today's episode is entitled Strong Enough to Shift. And that's because real strength isn't in your ability to keep going blindly. It's in your courage to shift when things no longer serve your peace, purpose, or power. So let's dive in. Redefining strength. Now, somewhere along the way, we learned that strength means sticking it out no matter what. We have to stay in the job that's draining you. You stay in the role that no longer fits. And you keep showing up in the same way even when it hurts. But my beloved friends, I want you to know that strength is not sacrifice without boundaries. Strength is knowing when to shift your mindset, your habits, your relationships, and to protect what's sacred in you. Because even trees, strong and rooted, they shift with the seasons. Now, how does God honor the shift? Let's look at Isaiah 43:49. It says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" So it says that new things require new rhythms and new versions of you, new ways of showing up. And sometimes the only way to access what's next is to release what no longer aligns. And that's not weakness. That's wisdom. That's spiritual strength. Now you may ask what shifting can look like. Now here are a few ways a shift might show up in your life. You stop over-explaining yourself. You start saying no and mean it. You restructure your day to honor your energy. You delegate instead of drowning. And you ask for help without shame. Shifting, my dear listeners, doesn't always mean changing your entire life. Sometimes it's one bold decision that shifts your entire mindset. And that's power. Now, I want you to try this shift practice this week. Okay? It's a simple but powerful strategy. First, I want you to identify the tug. Where are you feeling internal resistance or tension? That's often where the shift is calling. Next, I want you to ask the question, what version of me am I protecting by staying the same? And third, I want you to take one shift step. Just one shift step. It could be a boundary. It could be a prayer. It could be a pause. But whatever it is, I want you to make a move, even a small one. This momentum lives in movement. So here's your empowerment prompt for this week. I want you to ask yourself, where is life asking you to be strong enough to shift? And what belief, behavior, or boundary is asking to evolve so you can expand? So I'm going to repeat that. It says, where is life asking you to be strong enough to shift? And what belief, behavior, or boundary is asking to evolve so you can expand? I want you to write this down. I am not afraid to shift. I am strong enough to grow. I am not afraid to shift. I am strong enough to grow. Write this down and repeat it as often as you need. I am not afraid to shift. I am strong enough to grow. So in closing, my dear listeners, I want you to know that your strength is not measured by how much you can carry, but by how deeply you can trust God when it's time to release and reposition. Shift doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're being led. You, my dear listeners, are strong enough to shift and soft enough to receive what that shift makes room for. So next week, we're going to close this powerful series with the final version of this, and it's called Own the Vision. And trust me, we are ending on a note of full clarity and bold confidence. So until next time, my dear listeners, I want you to continue to live boldly in your power. And if it gets tough, just breathe. You still got the strength to rise. Continue to live in your power.